Kamalmaline Namah Kamalpadaya Namaste Kamalekshana Yo Brahmanam Vidadati Purvam Yo Vai Vedanscha Prahinoti Tasmai Tagvam Ha Devamatma Buddhi Prakasham Mumukshur Vai Sharanamaham Prapadde. उपस्थित आदरणीय संत समाज एवं समस्त उपस्थित भक्त वृंद, all of us as members of the one human race inhabiting this planet Earth have the combined responsibility of ensuring peace at the world level. Yet, even though we realize this is such a noble and cherishable goal, it still remains elusive. In the last 5,000 years of recorded human history, at least 5,000 wars have been fought. The worst of these came to an end in 1945, when unitedly the world realized the need for world peace and established the United Nations. And yet, despite that, wars have continued. Is world peace actually possible? The world is not an indivisible entity, but it is constituted of individual people like you and I. If we want peace at the global level, we need to have peace at the micro level. And that is why world peace comes through peaceful pieces. When each piece is peaceful, that will ensure world peace. And that is why I'd like to congratulate the Ministry of Culture of the Government of India for such a wonderfully conceived theme for the Global Spirituality Mahotsav, Inner Peace to World Peace. How do we achieve inner peace? Is it possible to achieve a peace that is independent of externals? That will be retained despite adversities, that nobody can snatch away from us. It is definitely possible, and that is what the ancient books of wisdom have taught us. They say peace has to be discovered inside, within your mind. This mind is bondage, and the mind is the cause of liberation. The mind is such a powerful thing. It can make heaven even in hellish circumstances. And in the most celestial circumstances, it can make you experience the torments of hell. And that is why this mind is the key to peace. Now, when that mind is agitated by anger, greed, desire, hatred, envy, then no matter how positive the externals, peace still remains elusive. The Bhagavad Gita explained to us the peace formula. Shri Krishna said, Vihaya kaman yas sarvan pumans charati nispriyaha nirmamo nirahankaraha sashanti madhigacchati. The Gita states that if we can give up desires, if we can give up pride, we will then find true peace. These desires are such they have absolutely no end. Yat prithivyam vrihiyavam hiranyam pashavastriya nalmekasya paryaptam tasmat trishnam parityajet. The Bhagavatam states that if one person was to have all the objects of enjoyment of the world, desires would still not come to an end. They would continue rising and rising. And that is why one needs to give up desires. Likewise is the pride. And the root of both of these is the ego. There was once a businessman in Hyderabad. He felt he became detached and he left to live in the Himalayas. He went to a monastery where he was given a hut, and there he started practicing sadhana. And his sadhana reached a reasonable level of proficiency until the monsoon came. And along with the monsoon, the sounds of nature, the frogs were making sounds, the crickets were making merry. This man, sitting in his meditation, felt he was getting disturbed. And so, finally, when his tolerance was crossed, he went to his window, opened the window, went out and screamed, "Silence!" Now, because his sadhana had reached such a level, when he spoke, nature also listened to him. And all the frogs, cricket, everything became quiet. He went back to sit in meditation, but he discovered that he was still not able to meditate. Another voice was disturbing him, and this time the voice was from inside of him. It was the voice of his conscience. What I did, was it right? Was it wrong? Now, no matter how much he tried, he was unable to silence it. So finally, he went to his window, again opened it and said, "Begin." The frogs, the crickets, they all started screaming. He came back to sit in meditation, but this time he had found perfect peace. This was the peace from within, from inside of him. So if we can find peace inside of us, that peace is irrespective of the externals. And that peace nobody can take away from us. How will we achieve that peace? The scriptures tell us the basic reason for anger, greed, desire, hatred, envy is ignorance. Ajnanamevasya hi moola karanam. If some fortunate soul can remove the ignorance from within, that person will achieve peace. So this mind is such a powerful instrument. We need to learn how to purify it. The essence of spirituality is the purification of the mind. And how do you purify the mind? By attaching the mind to the all pure, to the Supreme. You know, when we were little children, we heard this phrase, "No God, no peace." Where there is no God, there is no peace. And no God, no peace. When you come to know God, you will come to know peace. So when we attach our mind to the all pure, we will achieve purity of mind. And that purity of mind will help us achieve true peace. I am delighted that such a conference has been held, has been organized. This message needs to be conveyed to the whole world, because India is at such a juncture today where we are on the crossroad of modernization. As the fifth largest economy, soon to become the third largest, we are destined to take our place on the world stage. And as a world leader, we will soon become the thought leader of the world as well. India has a heritage of tolerance, of inclusiveness, of wisdom, of inner cultivation. 2,500 years ago, Jagat Guru Shankaracharya, he asked the question, Jagat Jitam Kena, who shall conquer the world? And the answer he gave was Manohiyena, that person who conquers their own mind. So if we wish to achieve peace, we need to declare war. But this is not the war that is fought on the outside. It is a war we need to fight within ourselves. The war against the demons of anger, greed, desire, hatred, envy. We are finding demons outside of ourselves, and the biggest demons are lying within ourselves. So when we can achieve peace on the inside, each and every one of us, we will then be able to achieve peace on the outside. Thank you all very much. Namaste.